car companies spend huge amounts of time and money to improve occupant safety in their vehicles, and a strong performance in assessment programs like the Euro NCAP has become non-negotiable. Passive safety systems, however, only come into effect when things have already gone wrong. What if you could avoid the collision altogether? That's exactly what advanced driving courses are all about. Not just becoming a cleverer driver, but also a safer one.
Well, first of all, if you never get yourself into the situation, you'll never know your abilities and what a vehicle does. And that's why we come to a skid pan and we go to a track as well, is that you can actually come and experience in a safe environment what happens if you stand on the brakes extremely hard and lose control. How does the car react? If you don't do this, you never will know. And this builds confidence. And it's nice to see nervous people in the morning come out of a session like this, not overly confident, but understanding what they would need to do in a difficult situation.
An advanced driving course like this one isn't just about becoming a faster driver, but also a safer one. So before anyone got behind the wheel, it was time to address a few road safety issues.
Okay, so physical hazards, and this is to mention just a few bends, soft junctions, telematics. Okay, I want to ask you, do you ensure that people sitting in the back of the vehicle or in the seatbelt every time that you drive? Friends, not really. Okay, some of you do. Fantastic.
Another motivation behind the initial presentation is to gauge the participants' expectations of the course.
I came here to learn how to drive, to learn better skills to drive, as well as, to be able to control different situations that we don't expect that can cause somebody's life, just to take control in those unexpected but dangerous situations.
I came here because I wanted to drive safer and to learn how to avoid dangerous situations.
With the theory in check, it was time to put it into practice and see what the AMGs are capable of. First stop, the skid pan, where participants would practice collision avoidance in wet weather conditions. After a thorough briefing on the various skid pan exercises, everyone was noticeably keen to get behind the wheel and get going. But first the instructors pointed out the correct seating position and hand placement on the wheel to maintain maximum control of the vehicle. With all the drivers thus ensconced, it was time to set off. With over 300 kilowatts under their right feet and a slippery skid pan ahead, you'd expect there to be quite a few nervous tummies around.
Very nerve-wracking in the beginning. But after the first couple of times, you actually build up that bit of confidence and you can do it again.
The heart rate has gone up few and I can hear myself doof doof. And the adrenaline is still very high at this stage. I
was nervous. I thought I couldn't do it. But as you do it over and over again with the perfect instructors, they're very good. And as you do it, and the other advantage is I was in the vehicle when others were doing the practice. So at least when we ask questions, you could get it inside your head theoretically first. Then when you got to do it, then it's simple, really, it's simple.
Daunting as it may seem, there is very definite reasoning behind it all.
When we get to the skid pan, we've got cones set up and obstacles. And the idea is to get around those, but first to take you into a situation where there's a loss of control, so you understand what loss of control actually means. Get yourself into that situation, understand I'm doing it wrong, and then how do I rectify it? How do I do it correctly? We then take it a step further than that. We bring the cones closer to you, and we allow you to choose an escape route, either to go left or right. And if you have a look at the very road conditions that we do travel on every day, you've either got a truck coming on your right-hand side and it's a little bit open on the left-hand side, you can avoid the accident or that hazard that's in front of you, or vice versa. So you choose your escape route. It's all about this planning process: search, identify, predict, decide, execute, and that's what we're trying to demonstrate here and for the customers to exercise, so that we can actually plan better on the road. We can actually prevent accidents from happening.
As their time on the skid pan drew to a close, it was clear that all the drivers were growing steadily in confidence. But had they also gleaned some tips for everyday driving?
It just awakens your awareness, and it tells you what the car is capable of, and also that the vehicle is it's a killing machine. If you don't know how to use it, you can kill people, you can kill yourself.
How to come to a stop, how to avoid obstacles that could be in your way.
They also learn you your reaction time, to work on your reaction time and make quick decisions.
AMG's second home is the circuit, the company having built race-bred Mercedeses since the 1970s. It was only natural then that the participants were keen to sample the cars on the track.
This is called high-performance vehicle control. It's got nothing to do with motorsport and racing. Yeah, you can progress from this because you've learned the right technique. But the idea is to learn how to corner correctly, negotiating corners. And there's a technique to that. It's where to brake, where to gear, how to turn into corners, transferring weight, respecting the balance and control of a motor vehicle, where to accelerate out of the corner. So utilize a corner correctly and maximize the area you have available to you to keep that balance and stay in the black stuff.
Everyone got to do a few laps of the track with traffic cones indicating the correct entry, clipping and exit points for each corner. Then the cones were removed, giving everyone the chance to live out their PlayStation fantasies.
We definitely have enthusiasts that come on courses like this, but I respect them because they're coming to learn the basics, and ours is at very advanced level as well, but the basics of driving around a circuit fast. And then from there they progress. And they're enthusiasts, so they'll go and get themselves a high performance car and they go and practice and just get better as a driver. And there's so many times that I've actually personally trained those people and seen them progress and become good racing drivers.
For obvious reasons, driving the big V8-powered AMGs around Zwartkops was a huge thrill. But again, it was a case of what applies to the track also applies to the road.
It's really not about driving fast or being able to, drive a car to the limit of its extent, but it's essentially to learn the behavior of a car under high-speed conditions. That's really it. I would tell anyone to do the course simply because you should understand how a car behaves in these types of conditions, and especially considering the road surfaces in South Africa and being aware of the environment you're around.
The best thing I've learned, actually, it will be positioning myself inside the vehicle, since in most cases the position that we sit inside our car is not good. So I've realized a good positioning, it prepares you so that you can be safe in the car. Secondly, when I started to be on the track, I realized that mostly I have to focus.
Another mission accomplished for the dynamic driving team. But lest we forget the other stars of the day, the C and E63 AMGs.
The E63, what a beautiful car. Very smooth, an awesome experience to be able to drive it.
I love it. It's the only car. The others don't matter.
Even the noise that you get from inside, the vibration inside is perfectly good.
Stunning, beautiful car. I love it.